My own preferred agenda, plan, kind of political vision is localism, deeply influenced by Tocqueville. Sounds like you've got quite a bit of skepticism toward that view. But in terms of the ability of small cultures to be able to resist the larger assimilation. So, I tend to commend people that in light of these major challenges, we should be focusing on being faithfully present in vocation, church, community, family. Help the listeners and viewers understand why you think localism is, I don't know how, I'm trying to summarize you, perhaps maybe naive about our ability to hold out. What would you say?
Well, I'm for localism as well. Actually, I think that's where most of the action is. Because I don't believe that the call of the Christian is to take over the country or to take over the West. I think that the call of God on Christians and upon the church is to be broken on behalf of a broken world and to care and love our neighbor as acts of love and worship to God himself. And so I think that mainly manifests itself in local settings. So I'm all for the local, 100% behind these initiatives. I do, however, believe that local initiatives have a very difficult time in our historical moment scaling up in ways that, in fact, can be transformative of the nation as a whole. And the reason is that the cultural logics that are at play in local environments, face-to-face interaction, the time to listen, the time to provide for, the time to care for our neighbors. This is hard work. It's slow work. Work that may not see success in some kind of worldly way. In the public realm, at the national level, and at the level of national institutions, there's a very different cultural logic at play. Social media, which did not create the culture war, but it has intensified it, operates on profit motive. It operates on a kind of cultural sensationalism, the desire to titillate your audience. And these are used as tools to mobilize anger and rage and to deepen frustration. They are not oriented toward deep understanding, toward nuance, toward complexity, in which the local environment requires. So I'm all for the local, but we should be careful to imagine that it will be easy to scale up those initiatives at a national level. There's just too much money at stake and too much sort of celebrity power that's involved at that national level to compete.